Okay, so this is our review for this quiz you're about to take for Master Quiz 22. Okay, so here it says find the value of each trigonomic ratio. So here I have sine of x. So if you write on the top of here katoa, oh, sorry. That will help you out. This means sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. So here, sine of x, that means we're looking at the angle x here. So here's my angle I'm looking at. I'm going to label all the sides of my triangle. My opposite side to this triangle is this 24, so this is opposite. And then my hypotenuse is always my slanted side, or my side across from my 90-degree angle. So this is my hypotenuse, and then that makes this last guy my adjacent side. So sine of x is always opposite over hypotenuse. So here's my opposite side, so I'm going to replace opposite with 24. And then my adjacent side, or my hypotenuse, I forgot my h. My hypotenuse here is this guy, so I'm going to replace h with that number. So sine of x equals 24 over 26. Now this does simplify, so if I simplify this, I could take a 2 out of each, and that would be 12 over 13. So my answer here would be 12 over 13. Now we're going to do basically the same thing with this next one. Here it says tangent of x. So here again I'm going to go to my x and I'm going to use tangent. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So here tangent of x equals opposite over adjacent. So let's label our sides. If I'm looking at this angle, my opposite side is 27. And my hypotenuse is always across for my 90-degree angle. So here's my hypotenuse. That makes this my adjacent side. Okay, so now I have tangent x, and I'm going to replace my O and my A with the numbers. Here's my opposite side, so I'm going to replace O with that one. And here's my adjacent side, so I'm going to place A with 36. I'm going to write that down. I have 27 over 36. Now I could take a 9 out of both of these, so I divide each by 9, and then I get 3 over 4. So your answer here would be B. Okay, same thing with number 3. Now I have cosine of A. Here's my angle A. Cosine of A equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So my adjacent side is my side next to my angle that's not my hypotenuse. Here's my hypotenuse here because it's across from the 90 degrees. So that's my hypotenuse. So this would have to be my adjacent side. And then look, this guy over here is my opposite side. So I'm going to replace A with my 27 and H with my 45. So now I have cosine of A equals A, which is 27 over 45. Now again, this simplifies. I could take a 9 out of each of these. I could divide each of the top and the bottom by 9. So when I do that, that equals 3 over 5, which is B. Okay, now for these last two, we have to decide whether we're using sine, cosine, or tangent to find the missing side. So first one here, here's my angle 75. So let's label all our sides. That's the first thing you've got to do. So this here is my opposite side. Across from my 90 degrees is 16, so that's my hypotenuse. And then my last one here is my adjacent side. My x is my adjacent side. Well, what uses adjacent and hypotenuse? Well, that's cosine. So I have cosine of my angle, which is 75, equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So I'm going to replace my adjacent with x, and I'm going to replace my hypotenuse with 16. Now I have cosine of 75 equals x over 16. Put that over 1 and cross multiply. X times 1 is x equals 16 cosine 75. I put this guy in my calculator, and then I get x equals 16 cosine 75. I get 4.14, so 4.1 is the closest. And that would be your answer, 4.1. Okay, same thing with number 5. We're going to do the same thing. I have this angle here. And now let's label all our sides. Well, my opposite side is x. My hypotenuse is always across for my 90 degrees. And then this last one here is my adjacent side. Okay, well, I want to use the side that has x, and I want to use the side that has a number. So I want to use A and O, so opposite and adjacent. What only has opposite and adjacent? That's tangent. So I have tangent of 54 equals opposite over adjacent. So I'm going to again replace my opposite side with x and my adjacent side with A. So here I have tangent of 54 equals x over 13. Put that over 1 and cross multiply. X times 1 is just x equals 13 tangent 54. Put that in my calculator, 13 tangent 54. I get 17.9. So x equals 17.9. So that is the same as A, and you got your answer. Okay, this will give you a good review for this upcoming quiz. You do have 2 attempts on this, so try your best.